What up? What up? What up? It's your boy James, aka Ralph's favorite. Now I know you're thinking to yourself, James, why am I not watching the video? Chill. We're gonna get to the video. But before we do that, I want to say on behalf of TBD, we appreciate you for taking the time out to watch this video. And we appreciate you for listening to the podcast. More importantly, we just appreciate you taking the time to be with us, because you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here with us today. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to first like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not, and then hit that notification bell. So that way you're notified when we drop a new video. And remember, it's all TBD. Now let's go ahead and get back to that video.
I thought this was interesting. Are we too old to go to Powerhouse? Let me start off. I offended the fuck out of somebody that I knew for years because they told me that they were going to Powerhouse one year, and I thought they were joking. I sent laughing emojis. I literally thought it was a complete joke, but they were dead ass serious. I put myself in the quiet corner from talking to this person for about 2 months because
Who was at this Powerhouse?
niggas that was too old, too young for
Was
people.
Meek there?
No,
This wasn't a Meek jump.
no, it wasn't me. We were too old to be at this Powerhouse.
Well, obviously we know your answer to this question.
I'd be confused as fuck. Who the fuck? Why would you go to Powerhouse? Why would you be in your 40s? Why would you be in your 40s at Powerhouse?
I'm gonna play devil's advocate for you.
So
Please,
let me start by saying,
you want to go see Ooh Scooty?
think that
Fuck you want to see at Powerhouse at 45?
listen, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna explain the dynamic for you real quick, right? I'm gonna explain the dynamic for you. So us men of a certain age, right? We're not.
This was a woman I'm talking about.
I knew it was a joint.
That's the dynamic. That's the dynamic. I'm about.
Okay,
about to
all
tell
right,
you.
break it down.
I'm going to play devil's advocate to Reggie too.
Us men, we have an idea of things that are age inappropriate,
Tell
right?
her the Jim Jones.
And yeah, definitely. Somebody can tell it to him. I'll tell it to him. And Powerhouse would be that thing that is age inappropriate for grown men, right? However, I have seen a trend of grown women that go to Powerhouse a lot of times with their grown daughters, right? I mean, I don't know who was the last person that was in Philly. I forget who it was, but that is an actual thing where these older women, our age and older, almost look at Powerhouse as just like a party. They're going there, and a lot of times they are hanging out with like their younger, like their daughters, going to these events. Do I think it's cringy? Absolutely, it's cringy, right? Like I'm not. First off, I'm not that connected to that part of the hip hop experience. We're in the experience now. Um, to be following these younger artists. So there's no passion for me to ever want to show up to see any of those folks. But for whatever reason, there are women our age that do go to these concerts, and a lot of times is with their daughters.
Hey, listen, I got an announcement. If you were born before George W. Bush was president, get your old ass out of Powerhouse.
I agree.
Now, you bring up a great point, Reggie. Yes, women do go to concerts with their grown daughters. It just can't be Powerhouse. Go see SZA. Go see Janae. Don't You can't go to Powerhouse. That's not for you. Because
Let
Powerhouse is a
me
bunch of different people,
let
a
me give
bunch of
you
different young people that you shouldn't even know who they are.
devil's advocate. So I've gone to a few powerhouses back when I thought it was appropriate, obviously. There did get to a point where I said to myself, am I too old to go to Powerhouse? I actually considered it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you think about the premise of Powerhouse. They usually have a big name act, and probably up until the last maybe 5 years, the big name act transcended age groups. So they were still as relevant in our age group as they were to a younger demographic, right? But and the reason why I say that is because I don't know the last Powerhouse I went to, but I remember one, Ja Rule and Murder Inc. was actually, I think, the headliner. And we all like left after them niggas was coming out. But Hove was there on the humbug because State Property and Cameron and all them was there. But you think about a concert that allows you to see multiple big name artists, and you only are paying under $100 in most cases because the tickets was $9.99. I got it. I kind of got it. But once it became to a point where the artists were too young, where there was no more Nas, there was no more Lots, there was no more Freeway or Beans at these concerts. Now you talking a boogie with the hoodie, sexy red. Old head, you probably shouldn't be going. But
So let me say this real quick, James. When you said that the last time you went, right? You said that Murder Inc. might
yeah,
have been headlining, which I'm going to assume that they might have been, at the height of their popularity. I'm assuming.
yeah, definitely. Ashanti was
So
there.
right. So
That's
at
age
that
appropriate.
point, yeah, at that point, you weren't actually too old for Powerhouse.
No, not at that point. I don't think, but I think
But
after that,
right, but but however, I'm talking about my own experience with Powerhouse too. Around that time, it was probably winding down for me,
yeah,
right? Like it was just that whole environment was just winding down. So I even think that even though like B just said that was age appropriate, but it still was winding down, even
right,
though it was age appropriate. So you fast forward that 15 years later,
right. Forget about
it really shouldn't be. Man, if you don't go to the man
it.
and
We
go
Roots
watch
Picnic in the Dell.
Just for
Definitely the man in
context,
the Dell.
last year,
That's what
October
I looked up.
25th, Powerhouse was
He
A
would have
Boogie
been to
with the
this one.
hoodie.
wait, B, before you get a list, right? I want you
Uh-huh.
to say each act, and me or James is gonna tell you if we know who it is.
We know these niggas.
You
Reggie,
know the
I might
names.
know.
Reggie.
It might be
No,
three
you
names you
do.
might not know. I'm
You
gonna tell
know
you.
the.
Go
You
ahead.
know. Go ahead, B.
All right. A Boogie with the
Wait.
hoodie.
Let me get one more. Not just know them, know a
N-
song that they
Name a
know.
song. Right.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
name a song.
All right. A Boogie with the hoodie. Go.
DTB. Don't trust bitches. And I'll
Do you
say
know
it
what
Um,
A
like
Boogie with
that.
the hoodie
You
song
know I
is?
know A
yeah,
Boogie B. Because I
Yeah.
said so.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Look back at it.
Okay. Um, Gunna. I think we all know a Gunna
Lies
song.
told. We know Gunna. Lies
I
told.
don't. I don't.
Boss Man Dealer. You don't know a Gunna song?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Boss Man Dealer.
I know Boss Man D-Lo, but
He got a song now that's on the radio
I
going
know if I
crazy.
say a song, I'm going to get it confused with Big X the Plug. But I know Boss Man D-Lo.
Reggie, you know a Boss Man Dealer song?
He does. He just doesn't know it's Boss Man D-Lo.
You do. I feel like you do. I'm gonna shoot you some. Boss Man D-Lo. He got a song right now on the radio that's going
Oh
crazy. I
shit,
can't think
D
of the
in the
name of
speakers
it.
with him.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it, but
Yeah, but
I
you know it. You know it, Reggie.
Lay
Okay.
Banks,
LAI Banks, right? Is it LAI Banks?
LAY.
Nah, but I feel like I know the song, but nah. Nope. That's why I can't go to Powerhouse.
You don't know that shit.
I do know. See, I'm telling you. I'm sure I know the Lay Banks song that got her in Powerhouse.
You don't listen. Let me channel my Yvette from Baby Boy.
You don't mean that shit. You just running your mouth like you always do.
You
You
don't know that
Go ahead.
shit.
I'm in the trenches. Go ahead.
Right. DJ Diamond Cuts and Friends. So that's a DJ set. We know that. Of course, we know Sexy Red.
And that's why B would be there.
I mean,
I can't name a Sexy Red
I wouldn't
song.
go. I wouldn't go.
Yeah, you can.
You
I
can
just
name a
told you I
Sexy Red
can't.
song.
Like, I might can identify one. If I
Okay,
hear it,
you
but
can identify,
I
but you can't name it.
the
Okay.
song. Yeah.
Okay. And Turari.
How's that spelled?
You just took my next question. I was about to give y'all bonus points if y'all can figure out how that's spelled.
Oh, so you saying it's not spelled like it sounds? Go ahead, Reggie.
Well, how would it sound?
Is there a number? Is there a number 2 in it?
I'm not giving you no clues.
Oh, all right.
that was good, Reggie.
I mean, no. Number 2, ARI,
And Turari.
Turari.
No. Number 2, RARE.
Okay.
Okay, we put our
Let's go
name
with the
together.
number 2.
That was good, Reggie. I never thought about the number 2.
And this is why we don't need to be a powerhouse.
Why not? Because of Turari.
Did you see? Did y'all don't realize how old that shit sounded? That sounded like grandpa's, nigga. What are you talking about? That was good, Reggie. If you don't take your ass to Popeyes, fuck, talking about.
Oh man,
That's
yo.
a good one.
Thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.